Hey, AP folks, Mr. Casey here. Happy Monday, actually, not Sunday. I hope you're doing well. I just want to give a quick update about what we're going to be doing this week. Um, so, for our class this week, which will be on Thursday and Friday, we're going to start off with a quick quiz over Olive Kitteridge that we talked about last time. I'm currently putting together the review sheet, so please send me the write-ups as quickly as you can. I put a assignment spot in Classroom, a folder where you can just dump those. So your summary, your conflicts, your themes, etc. Just put that with the title of the story right into Classroom, so I can cut and paste those as quick as I can. It's almost done, but I'd like to get the review sheet up by this evening. So we're going to start off with a multiple choice quiz on Olive Kitteridge, and also some of the vocab words that we went over last time that are from Olive Kitteridge. And then we are going to get into Invisible Man. We're going to start this in earnest, looking at Invisible Man. I've got pulled up here the background research sheet that we started last time. We got up to about the allegory of the cave, if I remember correctly. So have this filled out for sure for next time. So we want to know, as much as you can find out about Tuskegee, terms like Uncle Tom, people like Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey. These are all people and or events or very sort of historic cultural images that all figure into the developing themes of Invisible Man. So two things I want you to bring to class, though, besides yourselves and your intelligence. I'd like you to, as you're reading Invisible Man, we're gonna go over the prologue as soon as we in class. Once we're done with this review with the concept sheet, we're going to go over the prologue, which is a really interesting piece. It takes place in kind of an odd setting, and we'll talk about what that is. But I'd like you to do two things. One, just a quick few sentences, 2 or 3 sentences on what you think the term invisibility means to the narrator. He explains it pretty quickly, or pretty thoroughly in the prologue, and it's an interesting concept, the way he describes invisibility, and it becomes the central motif of the whole book. So it's really important to understand what he's getting at when he says invisibility. It's not the same as just the guy with the bandages, it takes him off and he's invisible. That's not the kind of invisibility we're talking about here. So what is the narrator getting at? So one quick paragraph saying that, and then second quick paragraph just to describe the setting of the prologue as best you can. The prologue is very carefully set up, and as I said, a really unusual setting. It's very allegorical. It's not really meant to be, like a lot of this book, it's not meant to be taken completely literally, or it's very symbolic of other things, and very allegorical, as I said. So describe the place he's in the setting during the prologue. And we will talk about that as well. That's a really fascinating question, because that also gets at the major themes of the novel, which are going to be about a person being able to, see him or herself, and find a way to exist, as we said, in kind of with existential authenticity in a society that really does not want that to happen in many ways. So that's going to be one of the big themes of the book. But it starts with the prologue and the psychological world he sets up for us in that prologue. So try to bear with it. It's not, the writing style is very modernist. He was very influenced by people like Faulkner and T.S. Eliot. So there's a lot of experimental writing in it, things that don't seem to make perfect sense. You got to let go a little bit here. This is this is not a chemistry textbook. So you got to sort of go with Ellison. Don't insist on everything being completely concrete and clear all the time. Just go with it. So we're going to discuss the prologue, and try to get into chapter 1 with the battle royale, the boxing match, which is also very allegorical, of course. And in this book, we're going to be finally looking at some literary terms, and particularly imagery, which is very strong since it's all about visual rhetoric and visibility. We're going to be looking at the motifs that are developed, and also the idea of allegory, and what a story, a sort of symbolic story, is meant to tell about the hero and about the society it's in. We're going to look at how the heroic cycle emerges out of this. But all right, I'm out of time, but I will see you all very soon, and be ready for the quiz. Bye-bye.